Hi everyone, day 16, and I am just so aware this morning of the stress, or rather the stress we're exposed to when we live in cities. It's not even like in any negative way necessarily. I just realized last night, how many exciting things there are here. So many things to see, so many things to do, so many things to taste, so many things to still discover. Like, I thought I know this city so well, but this time I'm really going out of my usual kind of familiar trajectories, and I'm discovering some new things or revisiting some old things that have evolved as is natural and normal. So because I study nervous system and how the state of our nervous system affects how we respond and react in our lives, I'm so aware of the fact that people who live in environments like that, that are so vibrant and dynamic, and are also caffeinated and are not aware of how the stress, how like coffee or whatever we eat affects our nervous system. I imagine that we're just always really high strung. I mean, I used to live in New York City, obviously caffeinated and all that stuff. And that's when we become short-tempered, and that's when we start snapping at our partners or our neighbors or whoever is, next to us on the train or, in the street even. I'm so aware. Like this morning, my husband and I started fighting as well, although we had like beautiful plans. We're going to spend the weekend with my sister and her husband. They just sent my youngest niece to college last weekend, so they're in their newly empty nest. So we're going to go and spend the weekend, the four of us. So today was a relatively simple morning without too much pressure, but somehow we just really there was no specific reason, but we just snapped at each other and we were annoyed for a while. And I just think that it's being in an environment that is constantly exciting. Excitement is, that's a form of dysregulation, right? It's a form of stress. There is nothing wrong with stress as long as we can then regulate our stress, right? If we can complete the cycle where the stress increases and then decreases, then there is nothing wrong. Our bodies are made for this. That in itself is not a problem. It's when we don't know when we are not aware of these cycles and we don't know how to self-regulate, and we're constantly in that low grade or even high grade irritation, high grade stress cycle over time. That's when it starts affecting all other aspects of our lives, including our relationships. So just really interesting to observe how after 5 months of just like living in paradise in a very quiet and calm environment with very little stressors from outside, to be in the city. And again, I'm not particularly stressed in that nothing, like I'm not ruminating on anything, nothing in specific stresses me, but just being in this constantly, vibrant, constantly dynamic environment, my body is feeling it. My body is feeling it. Even though it's pleasant also, right? So like how I've been saying that even pleasant emotions require a certain capacity of the nervous system, and we need to make room for that. Resilience means that we can experience a wide range of emotions, and so I just need to be more mindful to be in self-care and to create situations where I can come back to my to like to reduce the stress. And this morning, I was hoping to go for a quick walk in Central Park before we go to take the train, and I thought we were going to do that with my husband, and then he kind of got distracted by his things, and I got distracted by my things, and by the time I started paying attention, it was already kind of too late to go on our walk, and I got really, really upset, and I blamed him for it. And then of course I told myself I could have very easily gone on my own like I do without waiting for him. So anyway, yeah, so it was just interesting how all of this happened this morning after 10 days of being in highly, highly dynamic and exciting environment. So we'll see how this weekend goes with my sister, and I look forward to it. It'll be a nice change of scenery. And then when we come back on Sunday, next Monday is our wedding anniversary, 34 years. And then on Wednesday we leave for Paris. More city and more excitement. So I'll have to be extra aware of the need for self-care and proper eating and doing things that make me happy, like walking and taking that time to self-care, like not let down on that, not start skipping for convenience things that help me regulate myself. And I haven't even been able to really write in my journal today, so anyway, maybe on the train. All right, everyone, I'll see you tomorrow.